Hello, I'm Stephanie Tower. Never miss the Bitcoin beat. This is CoinGeek Pulse. There are no signs of slowing down for the digital currency industry, as a recent G7 meeting reveals that world governments agree on its regulation. Finance ministers and central bank governors from the G7 countries and the heads of the IMF, World Bank, and Financial Stability Board discussed ongoing responses to the evolving landscape of crypto and digital assets. This includes national authorities' work to prevent their use for malign purposes and illicit activities. In a press release by the U.S. Department of the Treasury, we quote, "There was a strong support across the G7 on the need to regulate digital currencies. This is a reiteration to the joint statement on digital payments made by G7 ministers and governors in October." Following the G7 meeting, Germany's finance minister seems unimpressed with Facebook Libra rebranding itself as Diem, saying, "A wolf in sheep's clothing is still a wolf." Minister Olaf Scholz expressed concern about Diem assets in a statement after a video conference with other G7 finance ministers. Scholz said that relaunching Libra under its new name was only a cosmetic change. He added, and we quote, "We must do everything possible to make sure the currency monopoly remains in the hands of states." And it doesn't stop here. Facebook's setback continues as Diem faces legal threats from a small European startup finance application of the same name. Bitcoin Association President talks Bitcoin to Fox Business. Nguyen was a guest on the Fox Business show Varney & Co. His interview revolved around the current price of BTC and whether BTC is more like a currency or store of value like gold is. Nguyen went on to talk about what Bitcoin is and what it was meant to be.
Bitcoin was born to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. That's the title of the famed Satoshi Nakamoto white paper that introduced Bitcoin, meaning it's meant to be used in daily life by businesses and consumers all over the world, and that's where it should get its real value from actual usage at high scale with fast transactions and super low fees. That's unfortunately not what has happened with Bitcoin, and there's a new narrative being pushed that it's a store of value, which is what is driving up its price recently.
BSV is the only blockchain protocol that can fulfill Satoshi's vision, stated in the Bitcoin white paper. And that's it for CoinGeek Pulse. I'm Stephanie Tower. See you next week.
Build your future on BSV with TAL, a world-class blockchain infrastructure and service provider helping companies to build applications and services on the Bitcoin SV network. Led by industry experts, built on a solid foundation for sustainable business growth. Direct transaction submission, fee transparency at standard and volume rates. Regulated and publicly traded, TAL brings an unparalleled level of compliance and regulatory standard that private processors and operators can't offer. Build a business today that will succeed tomorrow with TAL. Discover more about TAL today at taal.com.